Hey folks, this is Waylon, and I just went for a walk with young Redford over here. He's actually 10 now. There he is. And by my little Buddhist Christmas tree. And I wanted to talk about something that maybe we kind of overlook, because like my intro says, there's a lot of bad news in the world, and bad news gets a bad rap. As a journalist, I have to say bad news is important. Bad news is journalism hopefully shining a light on things that need to be paid attention to. We need, like in Buddhism with meditation, we have to have awareness of problems, right? Of things going on. So bad news isn't bad, but we tend to get a little sad, especially if it's snowy outside, right? So you can kind of see on my porch, but my porch is super full of coats and stuff. It's kind of exciting. I tried to just do a video on it, but the Wi-Fi, the internet kind of died. So a homeless man on Christmas Day was found frozen to death, only 10 blocks from my house. And obviously the community was pretty heartbroken about that, which in itself is a good thing. It's good that we're heartbroken. It's good that we're paying attention. It's good that we care. But it's not enough to care. You know, when tragedies happen, we have to extend, what do you call it, our prayers and good wishes, whatever it is that everyone on the internet always says. But we have to do more. Prayers and thoughts and prayers get a bad rap too. It's important to have thoughts and prayers for everyone. We can't handle everything. And we don't need to attack people for offering up their thoughts and prayers in tragedies. That said, the criticism is real that many of us stop there. So my porch is full, literally full. It's kind of amazing, of coats like this, coats and hats and boots and socks and gloves and everything from the entire Boulder community. So everyone has brought everything from their closet that they haven't been wearing, and we're giving it directly to the crisis center that takes the homeless folks in when it's freezing or anytime if they're in a bad situation. But none of that is what I meant to talk about. But that is just an example of bad news is important to pay attention to, because that's an opportunity for empathy, for generosity. If we have any kind of privilege, which many of us, probably most of us watching this, have some degree of privilege. Privilege can be a positive thing if it's, as in Buddhism, they say, if you turn the flower outward and help and care, and you don't help in a condescending way, you help in a very simple, just empathetic way, a natural expression of your good human heart. And in Buddhism, that's called Buddha nature or bodhicitta. The seed of awakening is that empathy. Empathy is probably, if you don't think you're maybe a good person or who you want to be, or you're hard on yourself, focus on reconnecting with your empathy. And if you are feeling empathy, you are a good person. Let's just keep it that simple. So, but a wonderful thing has happened in the past 20 years. When I was in the 90s, when I was in college, I graduated, I think, in like 98 from Boston University from journalism. The idea of getting a job at the New York Times was like up there, even though I was at one of the best journalism schools in the US. The idea of writing the great American novel was up there. Agents were up there. Publishers were up there. It all seemed impossible. Now we have LinkedIn. We have Facebook. I can post something on my Facebook wall. I can ask a question and the community will tell me. And of course, we could do that back in the day, and we still can at cafes and whatever. I was just at a cafe talking with actual 3D human beings. I'm only 2D right now. But in real life, I am a 3D person just like yourself. So yes, the internet has added a lot, but we can still count on good old-fashioned community, and we shouldn't overlook that. That is our true strength that isn't controlled by Amazon, by Google, by Facebook, by Apple. I think the Europeans call those big four GAFA: Google, Amazon, Facebook, Apple. And they're controlling a lot of our lives. 80% of search is Google, or 90% maybe. I think it's 80. Anyway, it's an incredible amount of power in the hands of very few, which never works out very well for humanity. Okay, Black Mirror fans, it's a little shout out to you. But here's the good news. Facebook, LinkedIn, Kickstarter. I call a lot of the millennials I might hire or know around town, I call them the Kickstarter generation. Literally, you can want to write a book like I did. I wrote a book. I wrote this book, Things I Would Like to Do With You. And then you can print it locally, as I did, paying for local jobs. Remember, every time you buy from Walmart or Amazon or whatever, you're killing the middle class in America. You're killing American industry. That's one thing I agree with President Trump on, not that he walks his talk. And that's what our video series is called, Walk the Talk Show. So I wanted to write a book. I wrote it. No one else could do that for me, unfortunately. Edited it with Lindsay, who works at Elephant. Published it locally. Helped pay for their Christmas bonuses a year or so ago. And then I put it up on Kickstarter, raised $50,000 or $53,000, and then have sold it very successfully. So this isn't about book writing. This isn't about me. This isn't even about Kickstarter or Indiegogo or GoFundMe, all these different sites. But this is an exciting generation. So here's a little good news. This is a generation when what you love, which used to be over here, and what you do, which used to be over here, can be joined. Like in Anjali, like in a bow. This is very exciting. Literally, your avocation, your vocation, what you do and what you love can join. And this is what we teach in Elephant Academy. It's really hard to market Elephant Academy because, yes, we train you in social media skills. We have 600,000 fans on Instagram on 4 accounts. Yes, we train you in Facebook skills. We have 5 million fans, 3.5 times more than MSNBC on 60 pages. We have 5 million readers a month. All of you, thank you. You're the only reason independent, mission-driven Elephant Journal is still here after guess how long? In June, 15 years. So yes, we bring in great authors. Yes, we bring in social media stars. We won #1 in the country on Twitter twice nationally for green environmental coverage. We were voted by folks like you, #1. So we do all this stuff, and that's not humble bragging or bragging. That's just what we've done, but that's not really necessarily what we're. And yes, we train you in all that, but that's not necessarily the point. The point is to give you the means to do what you love and make money doing so. And that is a thing in Buddhism called right livelihood. I've done a video on it. Hopefully we can put that in the description, but it's a little more complicated. In Buddhism, it's called, or in Japanese culture, it's called ikigai. Is that correct? Anyone? Ikigai? It's doing what you love, doing what you're good at, doing what can be of benefit to others, and doing what can pay the bills. It's 4 different things. So that's what we train in Elephant Academy. And if you're already doing what you love, but maybe you aren't good enough at it, you're not making enough money at it, something isn't quite there, you can invest in yourself and do Elephant Academy. So yes, this is an invitation to join me and some amazing authors. You know, the Modern Love series on New York Times. Anyone read that ever? I'm a fan. It's not sappy, it's genuine, it's amazing. Ada Calhoun is one of my favorite authors in the world. Her voice is, if you love Elizabeth Gilbert or Malcolm Gladwell or Michael Pollan, to me her voice is just as directly her. It's not the same as theirs. No one should have the same voice. But basically, we teach you how to find your voice. Ada does a class. My mom even does a class. She's a longtime writing teacher and Buddhist teacher. And infuriatingly, insultingly, awfully, she's more popular in Elephant Academy than I am, and I founded it. So that's very upsetting. So my mom does a class. Ada Calhoun does a class. We have an Instagram yoga star do a class. We think there's one other, Marette Mueller, who's a young woman. Let's share it for young women working in the film industry. And she and her partner, who's a good friend of mine, did like the movie of the tiny house movement called Tiny. A big story about living small, something cute like that. It was featured on the front page of Netflix. It debuted at South by Southwest, where I've spoken with Sean Korn and Vikram Gandhi and others. So anyway, join me in Elephant Academy. The link is elephantjournal.com/academy, elephantjournal.com/path. Either one works. Path. elephantjournal.com/path will also get you to the audit option. The Academy, which means it's really cheap and you can just look at everything and take quizzes and learn on your own pace. That's if you're super busy. Give me a funny faced emoticon or some sort of signal. If you're a crazy busy person, then auditing might be for you, and it's really affordable. If everyone in America loves to say they're busy, but if you want to jump in deep and have real community, direct contact with myself and the other teachers, that's Elephant Academy. You can apprentice, and that's elephantjournal.com/academy again. So the exciting thing that's happened over the past 20 years is we no longer have to be just brilliantly lucky or wealthy to do what we love. We can do what we love. All the tools are there to do it. And we can help teach you those tools, how to master them, how to kick butt at them, how to get tons of fans and all this stuff, but not out of hype, not out of self-promotion, not out of narcissism, but out of wanting to be a benefit to this world and to live a true, genuine life. And that is Elephant Academy. And I hope you'll join me. And I think that's about it. I'll go through some comments and questions, see if you have any. Happy to talk about any details of what I've mentioned. All right. The world needs to be deleted and re-downloaded. Hazem. Yeah, it's an interesting thought. I think it's actually, it's a wonderful, wonderful life and world. But yeah, I mean, we've created some crazy systems. But the natural world that's already there and our actual hearts, which are just obviously right here, pretty sure, somewhere in here, we have a lot of basic goodness to work with. So, Bernie Sanders and everyone loves to talk about revolution. Everyone always, like Trump talked about revolution. I was a Bernie fan, am a Bernie fan, but I think revolution is not quite what we need in the world. What we need is nurturing. Revolution is such a patriarchal word, is violent. Creating is so much harder and takes patience and love, as any parent can tell you, versus just get rid of it all. Oh! And every generation tries to, and then, like the baby boomers infamously kind of sell out. And that's a cliche, that whole arc, but let's nurture, let's garden in the next generation, right? All right. Darn, Facebook isn't showing me the comments yet again. Okay. Julie, well, yeah, if something horrible happens, then we wake up. Yeah, God bless all of y'all. All right. Well, yeah, people need to have more empathy for others, but it can start with us, right? And we have no excuse. So if you feel like the world needs to be kinder, then let's work on that ourselves. Let's begin the day with meditation. End the day with meditation. Dedicate yourself to be of benefit. And join, instead of making money exploiting our world, join what you do with being of benefit. Kathy, beautiful comment. My son is an amazing writer, but is focused on law. He is about to graduate from high school. Great GPA, but is afraid he wouldn't be able to support himself and a future family. I want him to do what his heart and what he has passion for. Yeah, I mean, Kathy, traditionally, I think that would be a very understandable point of view, and I respect his point of view. But at the same time, especially if you're doing well already, you have a loving family, you can find a way to make good money doing what your heart has passion for. You really can. I mean, I frankly am an example of that. It's not that it's easy. I wake up every day super excited to do what I'm doing, and if I'm not, then I just have to think through what's off, right? Because basically I'm leading my own path. So I have no one to blame except for myself ultimately, and that's actually pretty delightful. Okay, folks. Yeah, 15 years, Elephant. We were a print magazine nationally, and then we went online about 9 years ago. Gina, yeah, I don't know what you're referring to, but we all have ego. Ego is not a problem. We can make friends with our ego. But there's also no problem in saying what is. there's a lot of sort of false, what do you call it? False modesty. And that's, in my mind, false modesty is a kind of sneaky manifestation of ego, right? Rachel, for anyone interested, I just finished the apprenticeship and it's hands down the best money I've spent as a writer. Rachel was incredibly talented. So for someone that talented to say that, I appreciate it. Rachel, we miss you already. All right. Yes, spread love and nurturing. You say you want an evolution. Oh, well, that was unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, in Boulder, Colorado, we're still taking donations for clothes. We have literally like 500 coats and stuff out here. I think a lady's doing it right now across the street. Just parked. Yep. Look at this. Can you see across the street? This lady is unloading her car, coming over. This is the last day. Look at this. That's awesome. So this is the last day we're taking donations on my front porch. We have 500 or something for the homeless community, and apparently they really need it. They don't just need homes, they don't just need jobs, they don't just need rehab, some of them, but they actually just, even on freezing nights, many of them don't have enough clothes. And it's been cold. All right, folks. Yeah, if you missed this video, you can watch from the beginning. Gina, I love your question. What is my life purpose? Well, that question, as Shunryu Suzuki of Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind, says, wisdom, it is wisdom which is asking that question. It is wisdom which is seeking wisdom. So all you have to do is search. And basically you can think, when am I happiest? And what am I doing when I'm happiest? And of course, a lot of us will say, well, eating eclairs at midnight straight out of the refrigerator or whatever, right? But maybe you want to be a baker, or maybe you want to be a restaurant reviewer. So really try to actually take that question seriously and say, when am I happiest doing what? And often, as Eleanor Roosevelt said, it's when you're being in service to others, you're happiest making other people happy, and then you get that happiness back, and then you give it away, and then it comes back, and it's just this wholesome circle. Yeah, so we do teach writing, we teach social media. It's really hard to talk about what exactly we do. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, but that's a reference to Billy's comment. But Sherry, it's social media, it's writing, it's the ethics of truth versus fake news, but it's also how to build a social media and platform for yourself so that you can do what you love. Kathy, my husband is an educator. He's super happy and loves his job. He makes a difference. I just hope and pray for the same joy for my son. Well, you sound like a wonderful mommy. Yes, Desiree nailed it. Be the change you want to see in the world. Brilliant quote. Desiree made up that quote. That's her quote. Be the change you want to see in the world, Desiree. Okay. From Russia with love. Blah, bum, bum, bum. My hair is so messy. Well, I never look at my hair, actually, what's left of it, except for when I'm on videos. And then, you know, you have to look at yourself the whole time. It's really distracting. If all of you were here in person, it would be way more fun. All right, Amanda. Hey there, great talk, great work. I'm a yoga teacher in Ireland. Awesome, I'm part Irish. And would love to start my own classes on the side to working in a great center. Exactly. So the Elephant Academy helps you take your hobby and make it your livelihood. Take your hobby and make it your livelihood. Grow that. You bake that hobby into a big, beautiful, yummy livelihood. I would love to start my own classes on the side to working in a great center. I'm a bit scared. Scared is natural. If, as Trungpa Rinpoche said, if you're not the Buddhist teacher, my parents' teacher, said if you're not scared going or nervous going into a situation, there's no power in it. So you can feel that scaredness or nervousness, but there's a way to work with it so that you can just be fearless and get through it. Shorthand, read some Trungpa or read some Pema. They're much of Pema Chodron and Trungpa Rinpoche are on Elephant Journal. I want to do what I'm passionate about, and if I can earn a living from it, it would be amazing. Self-doubt steps in. Self-doubt is not your enemy. Self-doubt is an ally. As long as you don't drown in it, self-doubt is wisdom. It's okay to be concerned. It's okay to feel butterflies or to feel intimidated. We can all afford to be kinder to ourselves instead of trying to just skip over that aggressively. Again, that's very patriarchal. I'm giving patriarchy a bad rap. you can afford to listen to yourself doubt and tenderly just say, all right, time to leap. So if you want to take a leap, elephantjournal.com/academy, elephantjournal.com/path, or take a leap in your own life in your own way. So the last day for the early bird price on Elephant Academy is the 7th of January. There's Perry, and Molly. Lots of people in the comments. My daughter graduates from high school this year and loves writing, so I pass this along to her. Well, we'd love to have her. We've had 60-year-olds in the academy. We've had 20-year-olds in the academy. We've had 80-year-olds. We've had 40-year-olds. So this is a subject that is accessible whether you're 15 or 75 or 22, any old age. Julie, thank you. My words are inspirational. Well, they're just passing along what I've been taught. So, yeah, Gina, I just shaved. I got sick of the beard. Chris, thank you. I won't shave my head. All right. Yeah, I'm not going Bruce Willis yet. All right, Dara. The next session is the winter session, which starts in a couple weeks. I think Molly just texted me the deadline. But again, yeah, you can view this video from the beginning for those asking. She's saying, can you mention the deadline date on the Facebook Live? We go to so you can get the early bird price until the 8th, through the 7th. So apply by the 7th at elephantjournal.com/academy. The last chance for the early bird is midnight on the 7th. Midnight Mountain Standard Time. I'm in Colorado. All right, folks. I think me and my crazy hair are going to take off. I hope you're all super good. I send my love to everybody. And Amanda, yeah, you got 2 shout-outs now. Boom. So Carmel, yeah. So great question. How much to join the Academy? Number one, all questions you have are answered on the application form, elephantjournal.com/academy. Number two, the Academy is $850. And auditing, which is way cheaper, if that's too expensive, is $250, I think. $250 down here. Most of these courses that are taught are $1,200 to $4,500 up here. So ours is super affordable and very intentionally so, $850 for 3 months with a TA, with a group leader, with a community, with teachers like myself and others who are like world class. These are hardcore, amazing people, right? And part of the reason we wanted to keep it affordable is this should not just be a 1%er kind of yuppie little thing where people can sit around on their Apple laptops and sip cappuccinos. Not that I would ever do any of that. But yeah, so it's affordable. If that seems too expensive, do the auditing. But again, you're investing in yourself. This is a real thing. Giving gifts is kind of out of date now, right? Giving experiences, investing in yourself, traveling. These are the things that this generation is spending money on, and I think that's a wonderful, beautiful development. Okay, and again, it can enrich you and if you're a business owner or in a business if you are already doing what you love, you can help your employees or yourself become better at doing that by getting those social media skills, writing skills, communication skills, the skills to really fulfill your work. All right. Anything else? Any questions? Joey is from South Africa, now living in Colorado. Def going to do this. Joey, yeah, come join us. That would be super fun. Karen, how about everybody before we hang up say where you're from? Where in the world? Let's get a worldwide shout out. So we got one from Queensland. We got Jim Tolstrip just tuned in. He is a sustainable, not gardener, landscaper on an epic scale. So where in the world are you from? Let's just get a little worldwide community going. All right. Well, we do, yeah, Kathy, the program we do is really totally accessible for young writers. Not just accessible, it's perfect. And I say that as someone who remembers being young, and if I were young, I would have been so grateful for this, frankly. College I enjoyed, but it was kind of frustratingly sparse. I didn't really get enough. I wanted to just start working and start traveling and start living, but I didn't quite have the skills, and it took so long to get the skills, and half the courses seemed nonsensical, and it was so expensive. This is so cheap and so direct and super inspiring with great community. All right. Where is everyone from? Say where you're from. Amy Clark, Alabama. Michael, Denver. Tina, Florida. Jasmine, Temple, Texas. Kathy, invest in the future. Sounds good. Roxanne, Canada. Teresa, Florida. Rachel, Billings, Montana. Nancy, Santa Cruz. Catherine, 20 miles from Colorado. Come visit. Rebecca, Delaware. Sydney, Stockton, California. Amy, a writer in Carnation, Washington. Yeah, you can also add what you do. Peggy Jones, Dallas, Texas. Saria, Asheville. I want to move to Asheville. A couple of my friends just did. Kathy lives in a town that rhymes with Waylon called Phelan, California, if that's how you say it. Perry in Charleston, another lovely town. South Carolina. Snowwright, Oregon. Wendy, San Jose, California. Luis, Arizona, which I used to visit a lot. My grandparents were there, like many grandparents. Griselda, Oceanside, California. Gwen, what did I ask? I got myself into trouble here. Gwen, Maryland. Chris, Northern Maine. Fretta, cool name, Washington, D.C. Sarah in Adelaide. Where is Adelaide? Barbara in Southeast Connecticut. Teresa and Barbara are typing as if we're in a train station. NYC, CHEF, whatever that is. New York City. But what is chef? Oh, you are a chef. Deborah, Cambridge. Wow, you have quite a name. Deborah, with the accent over the E. Deborah Rafael Monteiro. I wish I could say that properly because it sounds beautiful. JC, Bend, Oregon, another town everyone like me wants to move to. Mark LeBlanc in Moncton, New Brunswick. My mom lives in Halifax. Catherine, we met in Boulder once, Waylon. We'll be in Boulder Tuesday. Hey, cool. Look us up. Super cool. Yeah, we have a bunch of friends in common. Maeve, I love cooking and enjoy doing it. My friends all beg me to take it seriously, but I'm scared. Yeah, so starting a restaurant, starting a catering company, starting, start having cooking classes or dinners right at your own house that people go to. People do stuff like that here in town. Do it. How happy are you going to be if you do it, Maeve? How exhilarated are you going to be doing if you can do what you actually love and what you care about doing, and probably what you're best at doing. And if you need additional cooking skills, find mentors. The social media stuff, the writing and all that can help get clients, whether you're a yoga teacher or a private chef or whatever your dream career is. Shannon in Decatur, Alabama. I'm going to travel more. Gil, across the pond in the UK. Awesome. I want to come visit. Megan, Minneapolis. Ellen, I don't know where L is. Deborah, thank you for your patience with my pronunciation. Or Rachel, for anyone concerned about the price, I've spent twice as much on other programs and didn't receive. Rachel, we just need to send you $5. For anyone concerned about the price, I've spent twice as much on other programs and didn't receive half of what Elephant Academy gave me in terms of skills, community, training, and leadership. And shameless plug. Yeah, we didn't ask you to say that. Thank you, Rachel. You're a big sweetie. Amanda, who are the two authors I recommended? I don't know. I was mentioning authors who are present in the Academy. One of them is Ada Calhoun. Please read her. She's amazing. Maeve, do it. Who thinks Maeve should do it? Give her a like. Seriously. Amanda, no worries. Chris, what does this have to do with elephants? Well, so Elephant Journal does focus on our environment. And we do have sections like animals are people too on Facebook, which is a huge community. Elephant Vegan Vegetarian, which is a huge community. I'm vegan. But we're not about elephants. We are about living a mindful life. Why are we called elephant? Because elephants are matriarchal. They're deeply feeling. Everyone loves elephants. They're vegan. They're very symbolic, but mostly I'm sad to take man's relationship to nature or lack of relationship to nature. So they need a ton of territory and safety so they don't get poached. And they're symbolic of our imbalance right now with nature. So great question. James, Charlotte, Anika from Sweden. All right. I was in Sweden once for Yoga Girl and Dennis's wedding. We have some great videos of that in youtube.com/elephantjournal. All right, Teresa, giving a shout out for Maeve. Teresa, plant-based chef here, but still professional. Come move to Boulder and start a vegan restaurant. We don't have any, and it's killing me. All right, folks, big love. That was super fun. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you in Elephant Academy. And here's a little goodbye from Redford, who's given up on me. If you enjoyed any of that, please give it a like or love. And I'm going back outside with Redford so you can have a little walk. Big love. Shanna from Oklahoma, the loneliest place in the world. I just was eating pancakes next to a guy from Oklahoma, and he said, Oklahoma, man, nothing in Oklahoma. He was like, it's a state of mind, man. He wasn't defending it. He was just sort of saying nothing is happening in Oklahoma at all. And he was from there. Amy, best live ever. Oh, you're sweet. Teresa, haha. Yeah, just start in the beginning if you just tuned in. Saria, giving a shout out to Redford. He's a rescue. And remember, every time you rescue, you're saving a life. Megan, I've inspired you to get a haircut. All right, well, that's something. Maeve, do it. How many likes did Maeve get for her ambition here? She got 2, which is nothing. And now she has 7 on her other comment. That's pretty good. All right, folks. Thank you so much. Big love. And may it be a benefit. Do what you love. Do what you can make a living doing. Do what you're good at. Do what's of benefit. You're out of excuses. Hopefully you can join Elephant Academy winter session. If you apply in the next couple days, actually, I think 2 days, right? 2 days to get the early bird discount. So just do it right now if you're thinking about it. elephantjournal.com/academy. Join me, join the others. It'll be super fun. It'll be over before you know it. You'll learn a ton. Invest in yourself. What's to lose? If you hate the first week, you can get a refund. Not a complete refund, but 85% or 70%, something. We're a fair, independent, cool company. We just take a little bit for you having wasted our time so much. Susan, thank you for all the comments about my hair or lack thereof. I'll take that. Gisela from Guatemala. Megan, thank you. Susan, no, you're responding to something I said. I don't know what. And Molly's texting me. Molly is super sweet. Okay, folks. Big love. Bye.